And we are back. My final game of the evening here. Infinite versus NAVI Junior. Some big name value on the NAVI Junior squad. That being the organization itself. Obviously some very, very talented players have come out of the NAVI Junior lineup in the past. Obviously Monesi, but more recently Makaze and also Krasnal, who is now playing on Inner Circle. Definitely a hot spot for talent. Oh, did I say Krasnal? I meant Krabany, and he's not playing on. He's not playing on Inner Circle. He is playing on FUT. I knew that. I said Krasnal, and I was like, no, that's not right. I kept going with it anyway. I should have just stopped myself there. Anyway, Krabany did come from NAVI Junior, and he is playing on FUT, and he is very talented as well. So, clearly the NAVI scouts, they've got an eye. Symmetry and Demon, also from that NAVI Junior roster, now on FUT. They put up pretty impressive performance at the CS Asia Championships, taking that win over FaZe Clan. But enough talking about former NAVI Junior members. I'm ready to see what this new squad has to show. And we'll get in the server in just a second here. I ranked up to Gold Nova Master. That would be on which map? I was playing competitive with my friends just now. I really don't know what map that is. Dust 2 maybe? I was already Gold Nova Master on Dust 2. Beats me. I really have no idea, guys. But the map that we've got for today's game is Ancient. So, an interesting one for sure. Not one that I've really got to cast as of yet, so that's exciting. I mean, I did technically cast the game between Cybershock Prospects, the Cybershock Academy team, and who's the other team? I'm so bad with this. I can always remember one team, but never the other. It'll come to me. Or will it? I don't know. Let's have a look, because my memory is failing. Nuclear Tigers, of course. How could I forget? Yeah, I did cast a game on Ancient, but it didn't feel super competitive, seeing as the Cybershock Prospects were playing with their coach. And credit to him, Pixel, the coach, played pretty well, but the team overall didn't put up a big fight. They went down 13-3. We're just gonna wait for our players to join the server. We've got Star and MHN on Infinite and Kodak on NAVI Junior so far. The coach Estarossa also in the server. Reslu now joining up. And oh boy, is this Crane or Korean? Or it's something else. I'm gonna say Crane. Could easily be Crane or Crayon or Korean. I really don't know. And LKS joins the server as well. So 4 players in for Infinite, 1 more to go, and just 2 in so far for NAVI Junior. I'll be back in just a sec, guys. Should be back before the knife round starts. I'm back. Still no knife round to be found here, but Cherry On has joined. The cherry on top, one might say, of Infinite. Right now, looks like Cherry On's in the spectator position, and their coach is on the team, which is interesting, but I'm sure they'll get that sorted out soon enough. Yo Kid has joined for NAVI Junior. Got about 5 minutes left for everyone to get in. I believe both teams do have the ability to use pauses if they need them. But just 3 players for NAVI Junior so far. There we go. I just have to cast a curse it. Wow, that's hard to say. Into existence. Satsu joins up, and they're at 4 out of 5. Final player acquired is Snatchy, and there he is. All 5 joined up now for both teams. Oh, sorry, Cherry On's gone. The coach still here though. They're almost ready, guys, I swear. too much time left before we're gonna have to get started with things here. There we go, Cherry On's back, so all players required have connected to the server now. I believe Infinite just have to assign their coach to spectate their team only, and then we should be good to get underway. And there we go, they've readied up and the knife round is about to begin. This is Infinite versus NAVI Junior, ESEA League Season 55. This is European Main Division. And I'm excited for this one. Almost as excited as I was for Alter Ego versus Team Zebs, which I did cast earlier today. The VOD for that is available on the Twitch channel, and it should be up on YouTube either later tonight or tomorrow. See who comes out on top of this knife round. It's 1 versus 1. Infinite wins it. And they are going to opt for the CT side. There we go. So, Star, MHN, Crane, LKS, Cherry on Infinite, and Reslu, Kodak, Yokid, Satsu, and Snatchy on NAVI Junior. Facing off. We'll be into the pistol round in just a couple of seconds. Couple of dualies, the tank strat here for Infinite. An interesting call. It's a split from NAVI Junior. We'll see if these B players will be going for a fake of some kind. But out mid is Kodak. He goes down. Yo kid, unable to trade. He finds the kill onto MHN. Cherry on just tucked underneath the shelf there. Watching over the bomb. It's flanked from Reslu. Expected by Star, but he's down to 1 HP. And he's going to go down. Cherry on meanwhile finds the pick onto Yokid. Reslu tapping away. Can't land a headshot. And Satsu now 1 versus 3. 2 players very low on HP though. This is super winnable. Just needs to find those low players. 1 Glock body shot will do it. He's recovered the bomb. That's a good first step. Jumping up the shelf now. The path into B is open. NAVI Junior. They're going to get a plant here. Money for the next round secured. Infinite. No kit for this retake, it looks like. They do have a smoke, but that's going to go down in A main. I have no idea what made them think it's A. The bomb's down on B. The smoke invested basically for nothing. Satsu's just going to tuck behind this box. LKS looks like it's going to lead the charge here for Infinite. Shurion going to be arriving late through the cave. Catches Satsu, not looking, but he spins. 1 shot's enough to take down Cherryon. And it's just Korean in a 1 versus 1. Taps on the bomb, but Satsu, he knows that he can't stick that defuse. He just has to stall for time and he's done it. No kit. Korean has to run. And the bomb's going to go off. NAVI Junior, they take our first round here. That's a 1 versus 3. Handed over for Satsu. A little bit puzzling how Infinite thought that that was going to be an A main push. They seemed very convinced for a moment there, but Nothing of the sort. They are going to force into the second round here. Famis's an MP9 and a Deagle. NAVI Jr. meanwhile looking to put pressure towards A. Satsu left alone on the B ramp. Just trying to hold down that space, use that AK to his advantage. We're going to settle into this one here. It's a slow, controlled round. No one on either team really looking to push too many buttons. The mid rotate is going to come through from Cherryon. We'll see if he spots anyone. The red room smoke, a little short, gives him the confidence to walk out, and he's going to hear them going into donut. Here it comes, the push through from Snatchy. Kodak catches Kreen off guard. And all of a sudden, 5 versus 2. This looks rough if you're the remaining 2 players on Infinite. I might even be considering saving at this point. No kit, once again. But all it takes is a couple of Deagle headshots and they are right back in this round. Mei Chen searches for that fight. Resolu's going to give it to him, but not for long. Snatchy as well, obliges. Taken down low HP here, he's pushing in, he's going to get taken down. Kodak, LKS, they're all gone! There's only one player left, but they don't know he's on B. They probably don't have enough time. No kit, even if they had gone for the defuse, it wasn't going to happen. Satsu must have been so confused. What's happening? How is everyone going down here? But the round secured regardless. NAVI Jr. a little careless perhaps, throwing away some guns. But they do still chalk one up to the tally. The scoreboard ticks up. And Infinite, due to that second round force buy, they're on limited weapons here. A couple of pistols to reinforce this saved AK and MP9. And for NAVI Jr. it looks like a bit of a default round once again. And a mid push comes out early. Infinite Cherryon gets domed in the back of the head. Satsu sprays into a second kill and the one tap on MHN, the last bullet. And Reslu cleans up with a Galil in mid, 2 HP. Hanging by a thread, he takes them both down. Looked a little dicey there for NAVI Jr., but really not much of a threat. The low buy round for Infinite doesn't bear any fruit. Despite a lot of aggression and a lot of space taken, not a lot of kills. And here they go out mid again. Deep nade from Star. Doesn't seem to find any damage. NAVI Jr. they're very comfortable just setting into these slow defaults where they push, regain space later on in the round than normal. Cherryon burns in that molly. Trades come through. It's 3 versus 2, 3 versus 1. Satsu not quite finding the shot onto Star. It's Kodak left 1v3. Spots all 3 players, and unfortunately 3 is too many for him to take down on his own. He's going to get dinked up and taken out of this. And Infinite, they're on the board. They've got their first round, a foothold in this game. They break NAVI Jr.'s money. Careless mistakes on the second round perhaps. Giving Infinite away into a possible second round. Looks like they have forced up some Galils. An AK AWP on Yokid. Their money will be well and truly gone if they lose this round. Yokid though, an early pick onto LKS. Mei Chen's going to push through that smoke. He knows exactly where Yokid is, but he's aiming just a tad too high. And he thinks, if only I pulled the trigger. Korean gets 3 on the B-side defense. And Yokid finally goes down to MHN. Korean with 4. I apologize, I was so invested in that fight on Cave. I neglected to show what was going down on the B-bomb site, but all you need to know really is that Crane cleaned them all up. 4 kills on the AK, and for his troubles he redeems the AWP. A backstab coming out from MHN. Although it's being played on the Faceit platform, this is not regular Faceit rules. Team damage is on. So that's damage inflicted onto his compatriot. And now NAVI Jr. on this eco. It's 4 players. They're going to explode out of the B doors. And they're all going to go down. Snatchy finds LKS, but other than that, it's flawless for Infinite. An easy cleanup. And on to round 7. NAVI Jr. again opting not to save up for a full buy. They say 2 Galils is good enough for us. We can make this work. Star players. He is aggressively positioned in A main. This is a weird angle to clear. Kodak's going to walk into it. And he gets taken out through the pot. Yokid steps in as well and gets headshotted. Snatchy with the trade back. 4 versus 3. Satsu looking outside of cave. Waiting for a push. He's going to spot MHL. Sorry, bottom of the ramp. And that molly going to force LKS back. Rest of NAVI Jr. meanwhile. Sneaking up into Donut. Crane. Concerned about Red Room. He's neglected to defend the A-bomb site. Making his way back now. They should hear these footsteps in Temple. Reslu seems very aware. Dropping the molly in CT. Encourages Crane to peek, but chooses not to. Here comes the retake from Donut. LKS and Cherion. They're both going to go down to Satsu's Galil. It's just Crane 1 versus 3. And he finds the first. Diffuse kit and a smoke on hand. He does have the utility to make this happen. Satsu's flashes delaying things. And this flank out of Temple may not be expected. The AK picked up. He's going to get on the bomb. And it's not going to work out. Snatchy. Headshot straight through the smoke. A good try from Crane, but not going to be enough to make the round happen. NAVI Jr. They finally get another round on the board. And the AWP recovered. It's going to be handed over to Yokid. A full buy, almost. Still 1 Galil. But they also had 2 Galils last round and they won that, so who am I to judge? It's going to be a fast A hit. Anticipation of nobody on this bomb site to defend it is completely correct. Star, the only one, he's in Donut. Joined now by Cherion. But chances low of making anything happen. Satsu sprays through that CT smoke while blown open and he finds MHN's head. Star and Cherion, they're going to get smoked off again in Donut here. Reslu swings out into them though. This smoke is creating space. It allows for the tap. Forces the swing. Satsu finds a kill. And now Yokid, 2 versus 1. Knows where Crane is. Gets the shot onto him, but traded out by Cherion. Straight on that defuse. And he is going to win the round here for Infinite. 3 kills on this retake. Big impact. As we go 4-4, all tied up, going into the 9th round. And with that loss, NAVI Jr., it seems like they're going to force in again. Really staking everything on these Galils. It's a risky play. It can work out for them, but personally I'd be more inclined to save off and try and secure some AKs. We'll see if they let the shooting do the talking here. MHN, he's going to go aggressive. Try and spray through the cave smoke, but he doesn't find anything. Meanwhile, NAVI Jr., they flood out onto A. Reslu finds that kill wolf, completely blinded. Korean is going to take down Yokid on the short angle though. Now Kodak carrying in the back of the site, he gets taken down. It's just Snatchy and Cave. He finds the first of 3, but Korean shuts him down. And Infinite, they secure another round here. They take back the lead. I say take back, I don't believe they ever held it. Score was tied at 3-3, but NAVI Jr. stopped them from pulling away before. Not this time. Infinite 5-4. And now, I know I said it last time and they still bought anyway, but surely NAVI Jr., you have to save. There it is. It's going to be pistols. I was so scared. I was like, oh, they have 3,000 each. They could just buy Morgan Littles. No, don't do it. And there it is. The Tech 9s and Deagles acquired. This round's going to be a difficult task for them. Snatchy runs straight out, and I've been kicked from the server. Attempting to reconnect as soon as possible. Oh boy. That's not good. Okay. The game crashed. Thanks Counter-Strike 2. Oh Jesus, I'm sorry. I think the stream just tweaked out for a long second there. Thanks Trissart for spamming L's in the chat. Yeah, I agree, Darkbolt. Very sad. Well, I'm sure we'll get to check back in as to what the score is. I don't think we'll miss more than one round of play unless NAVI Jr. Well and truly died at the speed of light or my game loads at the speed of slug. Okay. Everybody cross your fingers. And we're back. 5-5. NAVI Jr., they won the eco round. Oh, what a one to miss. That's such a shame. NAVI Jr. just Tech 9s and Deagles going into that round and they somehow managed to pick it up. Until we can go through and watch the demo, that is a mystery. But it puts Infinite in an awkward spot because they're forced to save. They need that money for the last round of this first half. And NAVI Jr. looking to punish those mistakes now. Convert on this advantage they've earned for themselves by winning that eco. It's going to be Satsu moving up first through the cave. Tucking into this corner. Yokid from the boost finds a kill. Compatriot Snatchy taken down. Yokid another kill. Kodak finds 2 coming out of cave. And Korean unfortunately left 1 versus 4. Just a Deagle. No armor. Really not much of a shot at all in this one. Volvo servers down? I don't think so. And a whiff shot probably signals the end for Korean here. It's just a Deagle, and NAVI Jr. might hunt him anyway. +1 to the KD for Kodak as he cleans things up here. 3 kills overall in the round. Sorry, I'm giggling because one of my friends tried to post a copy pasta that he knows I am not a fan of in the chat, and my auto mod warned him. Once again, it's controlled pace at mid for NAVI Junior. They do not like to force the issue. Yo Kid, on the other hand, is very much a fan, and that's what happens. You get punished. Cherion sprays 2 through the elbow smoke, and this has gone very wrong, very quick for NAVI Junior. Just Satsu and Kodak left in the 2 versus 5. The bombs dropped out in the middle of mid. We'll see what their game plan is for this. Kodak does have a flashbang. Might look to use that to give Satsu a helping hand. Senzu. Not watching the Mongols, buddy. And he's going to use his molly to flush out this position. Satsu swings straight into the AWP and he's going to go down. And just Kodak now, 1 versus 5. This is practically a done round. The Molotov's going to force him to wait just that little bit longer before accepting Death's sweet embrace. Korean posted up on the AWP is here to deliver it. 6-6 half. All even so far. There's our scores. 13 kills apiece for Korean and Satsu. The top of each board. Yo Kid chipping in a little bit more damage. As we move into the second half. Once again, it's going to be the CT side with 2 tanks. Those dualies in armor. A lethal combination. We saw the same thing from Infinite on their CT side. As they look to set up for a B hit here on the second half. Star is going to lead the charge into cave. Finds the peek onto Satsu straight away. No damage inflicted on either side. And Kodak, aggressive down the ramp. Gets a pick on MHN and gets out with 2 HP. Pressure being applied from Yo Kid up at shelf. But he chooses not to swing until now. Star gets the dink. And Kodak burns in LKS's molly. 2 HP. They finally managed to confirm that kill. And now it's all 4 players for Infinite routing themselves through Donut. 3 versus 4 retake has to come through for NAVI Junior here. And Reslu does extremely well to get 2 kills there. Snatchy now steps up to the plate. He finds Kreen. 2 versus 1 LKS. Finds the first. Satsu. 1 versus 1. He taps and he can't find a kill. LKS. That's a 1 versus 2 clutch for him. And a 4k overall in the pistol round. A crucial kill delivered onto Kodak by that Molotov. Might not be the way they expected it to go, but they certainly capitalized on it well. And NAVI Junior, they look to force into the second round on the CT side. Never easy. We'll see how it works out for them. It's going to be aggro here from Setsu into cave. Tries to post up on that angle, but gets mollied off it. Yo Kid now rushes through that molly and Cherion punishes him hard. Satsu being singed by the molly. But Infinite, not so eager to pull the trigger on this rush. They're going to slow things down. Make sure they find exactly the fight they are looking for. Satsu, he has got a whirlwind coming his way. There's 3 players in Jaguar. And we'll see how he deals with them. Not well at all. MHN, instant headshot with the Mac-10, and Kodak goes down as well on ramp. Snatchy, a last-ditch attempt at finding something here in this round. But he comes off empty-handed. And now 2 versus 5. The CT's probably just looking to save these guns. Reslu may attempt to scavenge a Galil, but that aside, nothing doing for NAVI Junior. And credit to Infinite. It was a well-played conversion round from them. Not giving into any silly pushes. Resolute does find 2 kills. That's an extra $1,200 for him. An extra 100 for every player on his team after those economic changes. But unfortunately, not the save he was looking for. Snatchy gets out with his 5-7 and armor. Smoking a flash, but unfortunately for him, everyone else on his team is destitute. So I would not be surprised if we saw a full save here for NAVI Jr. And correctly predicting that this is going to be an eco B stack infinite. Meaning heavily towards A. LKS, he's heard these 3 players rushing through cave. It's all he can do to find a kill onto Snatchy. Oh, Cherion almost goes over looking mid. But Yokid does clear him out in the end. Star finds the kill onto Yokid, avenges his fallen teammate. And Satsu, with his AK picked up, he just wants to save. Resolute a little more enthusiastic about the chances of a retake. He goes down. Realistically, he was just trying to get a gun and save it as well. No real hope here. NAVI Jr. Never any kits available in that retake. It was never really on the table. And Satsu positions a little aggressively with this AK. There is some chance of him finding a gunfight, but Infinite aren't going to give it to him. So he does get to carry that AK into the next round. A strong weapon for the CTs on Ancient. A lot of angles where you can just barely hit a headshot. An M4 will leave a T wounded but alive. An AK, not so much. Now, once again, it's an A lean for Infinite. MHN, he's going out here so fast. Snatchy behind the big box. He's going to find the first kill. He's going to swing in and spot 2 more. Takes out Star as well. It's the reload. Resolute moves in to back him up. 22 HP and he hasn't even peaked yet. Moving around the smoke. He's going to spot Crane and take out Cherion. 2 versus 2 now. LKS doing good work in middle. Finds that kill out of Donut, but he does go down to Kodak. The CTs, surely they must have an inkling of this. Crane is going to move swiftly and beat them over to the B-bomb site. Not wanting to risk anything, NAVI Jr. They're just going to wait for a plant before they attempt anything. And there it is. They are going to go for this retake. Kodak brought low on HP, but the kit is on him. Now Crane towards long. Looks to use that molly to his advantage. Perhaps thinking he's been flushed out of there. He finds the first kill easily. Kodak, 12 HP. He can't stick this in the smoke. He knows he's going to get sprayed. Oh! And almost finding Korean there. He brings him down to 4 HP. The Korean answers back with a spray through the smoke of his own. And on just 12 HP, Kodak simply didn't stand a chance. He gets mowed down. And it's a 10th round for Infinite, NAVI Jr. This game looks to be slipping away from them. They are going to get a full buy round in here with the AWP on Yokid. Affording themselves a chance at this one. And here he is, Yokid, watching for this boost. Crane swings right into it and it's a free kill. 5 versus 4, the advantage given over to NAVI Jr. Sorry, to Infinite. Oh, no, it is NAVI Jr. What am I talking about? Kodak swings into ramp and he's going to take out the second AWPer MHN. Satsu, a little overzealous in cave. LKS punishes him. And Snatchy and Star fighting on these stairs towards Red Room. Snatchy has had enough. He chooses to back away. Kodak takes out LKS. And Yokid finds Chariot on B. And all of a sudden, Star all alone at mid. Reslu on the flank. He's going to find him too. An attack timeout taken after that one for Infinite. They need to break down exactly how that round went so wrong. Navi Jr. settling into a more comfortable economic situation. Finally, I feel like this is almost the first round in this game where every player on the team has primary, full armor. And even then, Snatchy, he doesn't have head armor, and he doesn't have a whole lot of util. But other than him, everything looks good. The same cannot be said for Infinite. Their money a little bit broken after that loss. They're gonna choose the responsible option and eco straight away. 3k in the bank for each of them, just some pistols. We'll see what they can make happen, but expectations surely not high for this one. It's an A play, and there is only one player here. It's going to be Yokid from CT. If he gets smoked off, this is essentially a free bomb site. Flash comes through. Yokid, a missed shot. They're going to flood out onto A here. All 4 players peeking into Donut, and they're all going to go down to Snatchy. He gets 2, and Yokid on that USP, he actually finds 3 kills with the pistol. Who needs an AWP when one taps do the job just fine against unarmored opponents? Closing the gap, Infinite. Or rather having the gap that they built being closed upon them. This is an interesting mid setup. Reslu, he's up to shelf so quick, the run boost. But the shelf smoke from Infinite is going to remove any chance of him finding success. At least immediately. Spray through the smoke and the wall is possible. And once again, set up for Navi Jr. Leaves the A bomb site fairly bare. Swinging from Star, he gets taken down by Satsu. LKS looks to trade out his teammate, and there he goes through the smoke. Reslu taken down. Satsu, low HP, just 1 or 2 shots through that wooden board would be all it takes to find him. And now MHN and LKS, they're going to push out onto B together. The trade comes through. Satsu misses his chance. But Cherion gives away his position with the flashbang. They're going to try and fight this together. LKS taking charge. Just about manages to get that over the line. 1 versus 1 now. He's got 30 seconds. He does technically have time to go A, but not willing to risk it. Opts instead for the B bomb site. Making his way up the ramp now. Yokid. No scope. Can't afford to give away even the slightest sound cue here. LKS gradually clearing out this bomb site. He's only got 10 seconds left. He's going to drop the smoke and plant in it. And Yokid not taking any risks. He's going to find that easy kill. LKS had no idea he would already be behind him. That's very well played. And Yokid picks up that the 9th round for Navi Jr. Bringing them all the closer to the tied up scoreline. 10-10 it would be if they are to take this next round, which looks likely given the poor buy for Navi Jr. It's going to be pistols. Sorry, the poor buy for Infinite. I don't know why I keep getting my teams mixed up right now. Sorry. Here we go. This one to even up the scoreline. Satsu aggressive in through cave. He knows this is a low buy round and he wants to farm up those ecos. He's going to get one onto LKS. Meanwhile, the rest of Infinite, they've popped out onto B. Yokid does find one, gets dinked up in the process, but still survives. Crizzen. At M4, he did find 2 kills with it, but eventually goes down. I can tell that I'm not used to casting games this late at night. I keep misspeaking. I apologize. I'm trying my best. Moving right along, the scoreline has been tied up. It is 10-10, and the bye round is back for Infinite. Snatchy retreats back into Donut. Doesn't want to give up a pick for free here. LKS not so lucky. Gets removed through the cave smoke. Satsu collects that one without consequence. Meanwhile, Crane, this aggressive elbow push has found Yokid. That's the AWP dropped. Snatchy in the red room. Looking to find this fight, but the bomb is being routed through A main. MHN, he's going to find an empty bomb site here. Already across to Brokey. Satsu may not be aware of this possibility. He's surely spotted his suppressor now, and there he goes, Kreen. Finds him through the box. Snatchy though swings in, burns a little in the molly, but still manages to find the kill. And secures the 2 versus 1 situation. MHN, hearing that smoke, wants to bait out the A main player. Little does he know it's uninhabited. Both the CTs approaching through Donut. And Snatchy looks to finish this one off. A 3rd kill in the round for him. He sprays into that smoke but doesn't find him. MHN hesitant to give away his position so easily. But he has to take a fight somewhere. And that was not it. Looking towards A main. Snatchy catches the side of his head and picks up his 3rd in the round, bringing it to 11 for Navi Jr. They've staged quite the comeback in this game now. 5 rounds in a row to answer back the 5 rounds that Infinite picked up for themselves. It puts Navi Jr. on 11, 1 round away from that match point. And Infinite now choosing to expend their final timeout. Looks like it's going to be a full save. Oh, maybe a half buy? Yeah, half buy. A last round call there, maybe. Last second, sorry. There's going to be just 1 Galil, the rest are on pistols. It's going to be fast or slow. Sneaky A main. Snatchy posted off in the donut. Reslu seems to have an idea. Here it comes. 4 players. He's surely spotted the shadow. The nade comes through. Reslu sprays into 2 kills. Can't pick up the 3rd. Cherion trades out his teammate. Snatchy does eventually take him down. Cream with a 1-tap on the Tech 9. That's brutal. Snatchy eviscerated. But it's still only 2 versus 3. Infinite. This half buy round look to have some promise, but the bomb dropped on A is not helpful for them. They're going to look to root themselves through red room here, maybe through donut. And Navi Jr., they've got everything covered. Yokid glued to A main. Kodak aware of this possibility of a red room flank. Satsu and Donut. He's going to be able to wrap around behind them. And Kodak sprays into both headshots. He closes out this round. And brings match point for Navi Jr. Off the back of that save, Infinite, they do have the money for this full buy. And they're going to have to make it count if they want to remain in this game. I've already seen one overtime match today. There is potentially a second one on the table if Infinite are willing to oblige. And to do so, they're going to head towards B. LKS, the pre-smoke on this molly. Wants to take this space early. He's going to throw a full utility set. That allows him to take this early space in Jaguar. 2 players though in cave to meet it. A flash through. Satsu gets sent out and he gets both kills. LKS on the flash dodge doesn't manage to deliver, and Cherry on left fully blind. 5 versus 2 now. Infinite. Their hopes look low. Satsu confident in this round. It's Reslu though who finds his head. It's just MHN. He gets 1 kill, but Reslu's going to finish him off. It's 13-10 Navi Junior. They close out this game. And a pretty even spread in terms of damage. Everyone chipping in and doing their bit. It's very much in the Navi style. That's going to be me done for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to anyone who tuned into any of the streams today. There was, I think, 3 in total, but 4 total games. Those VODs should all be available on my YouTube in the near future. And until next time, I hope you guys enjoy Counter-Strike. Yeah, bye-bye.